Nice to meet you.
Same here. So, how are you doing?
Good. Yeah,
Bad.
tough night last night for the boys, but we certainly
Yes.
got a few cobwebs out, and just watching the other game at the moment, Zalmi and Lahore, and get ready for tomorrow night.
Yes. How's the morale in the team?
Yeah, it's fine. Look, we know it's a long tournament. Obviously, it was a tough night last night, and there was definitely some cobwebs to be blown out. After a couple of days or however long it was for most guys for isolation. So, we'll be fine.
Yeah. So it's a big game tomorrow as well against Lahore. Anything you're noticing in their play today?
Not really. No, they've got a slightly different batting lineup to last year. Obviously, no Chris Lynn. But I'm just watching them bowl now, and I'll be tuning in about half an hour's time to watch them bat and see what we can pick up from their innings.
Yeah, Shaheen actually started very brightly, picking up Imam.
He did, yeah. He bowled his first ball. He's bowled well. David Weiss bowled well as they usually do, those two.
Yeah. So you have actually played in many leagues, Big Bash, IPL, and Canada T20, CPL, and PSL. So where do you rate PSL among these all?
PSL is definitely right up there. The standard is, it's right up there with the IPL. A lot of that comes down to the guys that are involved. Every team has fast bowlers, 3 or 4 fast bowlers that can bowl 140 to 150 kilometres an hour. The wickets are so good. The boundaries are so small. It's very unforgiving. So it makes it a very tough tournament, and the standard is right up there.
Yes. So any particular emerging player you think can may play for Pakistan in near future?
I haven't seen enough games this year so far. This is only the second one that's on TV, but ask me again in a couple of weeks if there's anyone that's come through the ranks that wasn't a part of the tournament last year, and I'll have an answer.
Yes. So how's your experience working with the great Sir Vivian?
It was awesome. Unfortunately, he's not here this year because of COVID and everything else. But having him around the group last year, and the years before that, before I came on board with Quetta, was the boys love it. They look to him for inspiration. Talking cricket, he knows the game so well. So there's always something to be learned there just by sitting down and listening to Sir Viv talk.
So you have played with Quetta Gladiators players. So who do you think is the funniest among them all in the dressing room?
Tough question, that. Very tough question. I get a bit of a chuckle out of Hasnain. On the field and off the field, he makes me laugh, so I'll have to go with him.
Yeah, that's good. So we have seen you winning games for Quetta last year. 2 against Islamabad, where you scored 40 plus and 22 in the other game. So which PSL match do you think is your memorable one?
From last year's probably that Islamabad one that went down to the last over. I think we needed 12 and managed to squeeze 2 sixes out of that last over. That was certainly right up there for me, particularly because of the build-up. I'd been very ill for about a week, hadn't left bed, so to be able to come out and hit the ball like that was, I was really happy to be able to get the guys over the line like that.
Do you know that you had the best strike rate in last year PSL?
No, I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for telling me.
So actually you come down a lower order and play with the tailenders mostly. So how do you cope with the pressure?
To be fair, it's one of those things that you sort of get used to the more you do it, and that's generally been my role in whatever T20 franchise I've been a part of is to finish the innings off, last 5 or 6 overs, bat with the tail enders if need be, and try and find that healthy balance of trying to score quick runs without taking reckless risks and getting out cheaply. So it is a fine line. Sometimes it's going to pay off, sometimes it's not going to pay off. But I'd like to think I enjoy that precious situation. If I go in early and I don't have that on me, I probably need to switch on and get better at that, but I prefer the pressure on and finishing innings off with the game on the line.
So actually you toured Pakistan in 2017 for World 11, and then you came with Quetta Gladiators. So how do you like Pakistan as a whole? Like the people and the hospitality?
Man, I love it. That's why I keep coming back as often as I can. And even this year, it's a tough year to get out of your home country in Australia because of COVID, traveling restrictions, and all that sort of stuff. But I was more than happy to come over here and play for the boys again. And I'm really looking forward to what the next couple of weeks is going to throw at us as a group.
So, do you know how many sixes you have hit in your T20 career?
More wickets than I've taken and more fours that I've scored.
Yeah, so the number is 152. Yeah, so which is there any particular six you can remember fondly?
I think the biggest six is probably IPL final against Shane Watson in 2016.
Playing for Mumbai Indians.
I was playing for Sunrisers Hyderabad against Royal Challengers Bangalore. And I got a nice one that managed to go out of the stadium in Chinnaswamy in Bangalore. That one's probably up there, and there's another one off Richardson in the Big Bash a couple of years ago that landed in the top tier in Optus Stadium, which is a huge ground.
Okay, so Ben, if you were to go back in your life, anything you would like to change in your past, cricketing from a cricketing point of view?
I wish I had less injuries. That's for sure. I always felt like I was just sort of getting to the top of my game, through my early 20s, mid 20s, and I'd pick up an injury and I'd have to start from scratch again. And I probably never really bounced back from that to get into the Aussie team or be a consistent performer in the Aussie team. That's one thing. If I had the power to change, I wish I could, but I can't.
So, what are your plans regarding Australia cricket team with two World Cups coming this year and the next year, and being the next year in Australia itself?
I've probably got more chance of winning the lottery back home than being picked in the Australian T20 team. I'd love it. I would love nothing more than to play for Australia again, particularly in a T20 World Cup. I just can't see it happening. I've been out of the system too long. I freelance now. I don't contract in Australia outside of the Big Bash, which everyone in the T20 team is.
So, coming to your life, have you got any hidden talent, which no one knows?
That's a tough question. No real hidden talents. I do love my motor racing, so whenever I get home, I jump back in the go-kart or I go car racing. I do love that. I don't know if I'm any good, but I do love it.
Thank you, Ben. It's been an honor talking to you, and good luck for Quetta.
No worries. Thanks for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.